Hi, and welcome to the 91 Day Business Spotlight Live. I'm your host, Jonathan Mast, and today I've got with me Max Gibbard from Team Logic IT out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we're going to interview Max, get a couple ideas on what he's doing, and he's going to share some of his brilliance when it comes to cybersecurity and managed services and all those things that are way over my head and probably over yours too. So, Max, welcome to our 91 Day Business Spotlight, where we spend 10 to 15 minutes doing a live interview with you. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, about Team Logic, and how you help businesses keep their head above water and out of the trouble with security.
Absolutely. Max from Team Logic IT, your technology advisor, we call ourselves. And we're really passionate about that. We support small and mid-sized businesses with cybersecurity and managed IT services. Most people don't know what those mean. You're absolutely right, Jonathan. My background is in business management and marketing, as well as in some career management and coaching in my background as well. So I've done a variety of different kinds of things, but I've always been about helping and supporting people, and really built my business on the idea of protecting and keeping people safe and providing the best IT solutions that help people keep productive, keep their business in check, and also provide ongoing support and strategy for how they make those decisions. At Team Logic IT, we're about four main things. We're about no downtime. We're about seamless access anytime, anywhere. We want to provide you with unshakable peace of mind and make it really simple to do business with us. So hopefully we embody all of those things today, but I'm really pleased to be here and appreciate the opportunity.
Well, absolutely. We love having you here to learn more about it. So talk to us if I'm a business owner and maybe I've got somebody managing me IT, maybe not, but why is it important for me as a business to actually engage with a professional organization like yourself to help me in these areas? What do you bring to me as a business, Max?
So most of the folks that we deal with are in one of three camps. They're either a relatively startup type organization and they just don't know what to do. They know that they need a computer. They don't know if they need a server. They don't know if they need a network. They don't know what their internet provider should be. And they just are looking for somebody that can help guide them in that. And that is kind of the second tier of customer or different type of customer that we deal with. And they have done it themselves or have muddled their way through for a long period of time and have either gotten to the point where they're overloaded and they need help, or they just don't want to deal with the hassle anymore. And so we step in and take that off of their plate and help them to be more effective in delivering those business objectives that they're really all about. So we help them do what they do best by walking alongside them and helping them figure those things out. And then the third customer, or it's not really the bigger customer, but maybe the more established customer, somebody who has a relationship with a service provider, maybe doesn't get what they need from them, and they call on us to provide a different kind of solution. And our goal is to make it as easy as possible. Like I said, we want to protect against all those bad guys out there, and we're providing seamless access. So whenever they need help, they call us. And whenever they need to get on the internet, they're able to do that because we optimize the system to make that work.
Love
Ultimately,
it. Now you are part of a larger franchise, Team Logic IT. Talk to us a little bit about the value that brings to the business owner.
so I often say that I couldn't likely have started this business myself in the time frame that I did and been as successful as I have been if I didn't have the backing of a system and process and best practices and 275 other owners of Team Logic IT across the country. So I bought the franchise, and I pay for the franchise system, but I really appreciate the support that I get from other franchise owners, and I also appreciate the knowledge and expertise. And so when I go to a customer here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I say to them, "Hey, I've got six six people here locally. I've got a help desk in Virginia that supports our level one stuff. But if you ever need anything, I've got another 1,000 people, 1,000 technicians that can provide a variety of different kinds of help." So at the end of the day, we can be as big or as small as you want us to be, but the knowledge, expertise, partnership, vendor opportunities, clearing the way with a process and a proven system, those are all things that Team Logic brought to me and helped me to be successful much more quickly than I could have done on my own.
Well, it sounds like a big benefit, obviously, to your clients as well, and having that flexibility and that extra level of resources available to them. Talk to us a little bit about cybersecurity. As we look at that, we hear everything from phishing attacks and all kinds of stuff. I don't even know all the names, but from your perspective in 2024, as we are going live here at the end of January, what from your mind are the biggest risks that businesses need to be aware of that maybe they're not paying attention to, or they're going, you know what, it'll never be me, so I'm not going to worry about it?
So increasingly, and we know that 70% of cybersecurity attacks, meaning people who target an organization and try to get something out of them, that might be private information, it might be a ransom for data that they could hold or they could encrypt and make inaccessible. But ultimately, 70% of those attacks are small and mid-sized businesses, 10 to 25 people kind of size organizations. And the reason why they can attack those size businesses is because they can, because it's fairly easy to get there. And ultimately, we we are about educating the end user, because of those 70% that are getting attacked, they're probably getting attacked because they made a mistake. They clicked in the wrong place. They received a phishing email, or they've sent an email to somebody that wasn't who they thought they were. And ultimately, they get themselves in trouble. So those small businesses are at risk. Most of those mistakes come because of individuals that put them at risk by doing something fairly innocent, but causing a lot of havoc. And then our job is to provide proactive solutions that help anticipate not only what we know to be true, but what we see as behavior that might lead to what we know to be true. In other words, if we see somebody doing something that doesn't make sense and might be a risky behavior, those are the things that we want to pick up on and help educate to avoid in the future. So being proactive is important, and helping them understand how those little things can translate into big things later.
Talk to me a little bit about that. How, and not that you need to get into the technical details, but what I'm hearing you say is that sometimes the biggest risk is actually my team, because they, without even knowing any better, click on an email that, says maybe a package got delivered or got misdelivered or whatever, and all of a sudden, how do you, as a managed IT services provider, how do you help me track that and educate my team so that we can minimize those risks?
Right. So on the technical side, we are monitoring all of the things that are happening in the world. Sometimes we know about those things that have happened in the past and they might crop up again today. Sometimes we have what are called 0-day attacks that might become known to us. And so our job is to keep on top of that. And we have tools and systems and software that keeps those kinds of things in place. We use artificial intelligence to monitor the behavior and the heuristics of people that are using computers, and maybe they're finding themselves in a place that they don't even know is unsafe, but based on our experience, we can tell based on the behavior of that individual
Hmm.
and the artificial intelligence behind it that it's a problem potentially. And then the main way that we provide that education is really a practical sort of test. We will run in my franchisor runs on us on a regular basis, phishing simulations. So we'll send emails that might be interpreted as real and something that people need to do something with. And they might click in a place that they shouldn't have clicked. And it's not going to do any damage, but it will tell us where they need to focus their energy. And so we can provide them with custom training and support to help with that. And then we can provide a variety of filtering services to stop them from going to websites that they don't need to go to, or to stop them from opening emails that are spam already or known to be phishing attacks. So we can do some analysis of the stuff that's going in and out of the system, and then provide layers of security and protection to help them.
Wow, no wonder that we as business owners can't stay on top of all that. That's just, there's so much to be paying attention to, and so much that needs to be tracked and done there. I don't know how your crystal ball is. I know mine's a bit cracked and cloudy, but as you take a look at 2024, if you're talking to any of your potential clients here, what types of things would you encourage them to be paying attention to as it relates to the IT within their business at this point, Max?
So ultimately, companies don't like to pay for things that require a monthly service. Microsoft moved to Office 365, and that required that people pay by the month, and people just don't like to do that. So most of our history has been trying to convince people to move from the idea of fixing something that's broken to proactively monitoring and managing their IT resources to optimize and make the best out of them. So we really thrive in an environment where a company is looking to outsource or offload that responsibility for the security, the business continuity, the productivity that comes with the devices that they have at play for their individual or for the individuals in their company. The other side of that is, in today's world, because so many companies have been so adversely affected, and we hear about identity theft all the time, and we hear about problems with money that people are spending to try to get their data back, and ransomware, and all these different bad actor kind of plays. The insurance companies are requiring, in order for companies to do business today, and our government is requiring in order to do business with them, and in some cases, Department of Defense contractors or extenders or automotive contractors or extenders are requiring a level of cybersecurity protection and compliance across the board. So our customers today are coming to us and saying, first, I want to understand where my vulnerabilities are. Then I want to be in compliance with whatever regulation is being presented to me. And then I need to anticipate where things might go sideways for me. So we need eyes on our systems much more proactively than we ever did before. And so while they don't like to pay for that monthly service, they need to, because so many other external influences are causing them to have to do that. And that's been the most common request that we're getting from our clients today.
Well, absolutely fascinating on so many levels. And again, one of the many reasons to reach out and talk to you. I love how you set your name as your email address so people can see right on the screen if they want to reach out and connect with you. It's Max at Team Logic IT. Is that just a .com at that point, or what's it?
Yep. Max at
Okay.
teamlogicit.com. I just like to refer to myself as Max at Team Logic or Max at Team Logic IT, and all of the email addresses that I have follow that sort of moniker.
Well, that's fantastic. If they want to reach out, is the email the best way to reach you, Max? You know, we've got businesses in West Michigan that may be going, hey, how do I get in touch? And what if they're not in West Michigan? Can they still reach out to you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I as I said, I have a network of other franchisees across the country. If anyone comes to me directly, I can help and facilitate the right kind of relationship, either where I own it and somebody else in the marketplace is helping to support it, or they could take over that responsibility if it made more sense from a local standpoint. So you can always send an email at max@teamlogicit.com. You can go to our website at www.tlitgr, Team Logic IT, Grand Rapids.com. So tlitgr.com. Or you can go to the teamlogicit.com website and find us through that. There's a variety of different things. And then we're working like crazy to make ourselves as visible as possible on all the social media channels. And we've formed another separate entity, a separate kind of component that provides support to all of these things. That is thephishingreport.net, THEPHISHING report.net. And that resource is available to give you lots of education on cybersecurity, managed IT services, and IT strategy in today's world.
Fantastic. Well, lots of ways to do that. And yeah, just a reminder, if you want to go to that phishingreport.com, it's with a PH, not an F. So .net. So check that out and reach out to Max if you're looking for someone to help, you with IT services and you need some help. Great resource and great resources behind you through Team Logic IT. So Max, thanks for joining us today. We're so grateful for this. I always love to ask for people that may be listening going, wow, I don't know if I dare go live. I mean, my goodness, is this like a terribly scary and difficult process, or has this been pretty simple?
Oh, Jonathan, you always make it easy. And I'm so grateful for every opportunity. And I've I've built my business on the relationships that I formed from day one. And you were one of the relationships that I formed in the very beginning. I have some experience behind the camera, have some experience on stage, understand how this process works. But even if I didn't, this is really not a hard thing. I mean, once you get connected, it's just having a conversation. And
Awesome. Well,
I just appreciated the fact that you were willing to invite me to do it, and really appreciate all the help that you've provided us as well.
Well, thank you. And absolutely. And again, if you are a business owner and you'd like to get your 15 minutes in the spotlight, we'd love to do as we have for Max here and get you on and interview you and chat with you, let you share your story with everybody else. Just make a comment down below in one of the videos. There's multiples every day. We're doing this for another about 80 days yet. We're going to do 2 to 3 a day. So get your spot before they're all gone. Thanks, Max. Have a wonderful day. And thanks everybody for watching.